What's going on, everybody? It's your boy DT, Damian Taylor, and this is The Lens. Look, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I drop new content. All right, look, let's get into it. You see the topic today: co parenting is a cancer. So, when I was looking up and doing research on the word co parenting, in my research, I found that co parenting is not the word or is not the definition that we know it as today. When co parenting first came about, it came about in the 1950s, 1960s, and it was described or used to describe two people married, nuclear family, taking care of the kids together. Because back in the day, it was traditionally the woman's role to take care of the kids. So the around the Great Society, that's when co-parenting came about. But it wasn't the definition like we know it today. See, back then, it was co-parenting was, hey, we married, we in the same house, baby, I need help with the kids. Let's co-parent together to make sure that we're taking the load off of each other, to make this thing work. Now, today, we know co-parenting as mom over here in this house, dad got his own house and his own life, and we trying to make the best of, you know, the kids coming to see you and they coming to see me on this weekend. They pinging back and forth, and we're trying to communicate. And that's how we know co-parenting today. But that wasn't the original intent of co-parenting. That wasn't the definition of co-parenting in the late 1950s and 1960s. And I want to suggest that co-parenting has become a cancer in our community, specifically the Black community, because it has made us feel like that it's okay. It's okay to break up a family and try to salvage it by having a good co-parenting relationship. And that's all we're doing. We're just trying to salvage things that we broke ourselves. We're trying to make the best of a relationship, a part that's supposed to be done together. And, you know, one of the things that I've seen that causes co-parenting relationships is, number one, we're not marrying before we have kids. And you have people getting into relationships and saying, oops, I made a mistake, or, I was young and dumb and I made a mistake and have a baby. Nobody makes a mistake and have a baby. Nobody makes a mistake and have a baby. You know how many forms of birth control it is out here? You had a baby because you wanted to have a baby. You wanted to have a baby. You knew the consequences of not using a condom, and even a condom sometimes is not 100%, but not having on birth control. And ladies, unfortunately, you control it. You control it because women decides who gets birth in this world. A man can't say if let's say the woman wants to have the child and the man doesn't. That man can't say, he has no authority to tell that woman or to make her, abort the child. So women have the right on who is born and birthed in this world. So ladies, I got to put that onus on you. And a trend that I'm seeing in our community is that our women are they feel like raising a child, a whole human being by themselves, is easier than being married to a man. And that is crazy to me. That is wild. And you have women saying, well, I know I was meant to be a mother. I know I was meant to have kids and raise kids. I know I was meant to be a mother. But you don't want to be married. So waking up in the morning, getting the kids, giving them a bath, getting them dressed, putting them on the bus, you getting dressed yourself, going to work, working all day, getting off of work, picking them up from school, taking them home, helping them with their homework, cooking, cleaning, getting the kids ready for bed, doing, work at home. If you have certain jobs, you got to do work at home to keep up with what's going on and to perform on your job. Um trying to make all of your kids activities and paying for everything and paying all the bills, and all of that is easier than just doing that with a man. To have somebody to take the pressure of life off of you, to help you. I just don't get it. And you'll have women that they want kids and they end up having kids, but they don't want to be married. And then they'll go out here and complain about being a single mother. That is wild. You know how crazy that sounds? Crazy. You don't want to be with a man. You don't want to be married, but you want to be a mother. And when you become a mother, you complain that, oh, I don't have enough help. Oh, it's hard. What do you think? What did you think this was going to be? Doing this by yourself. And so many modern women don't want to be under the leadership of a man. We just have women just going rogue, and they don't realize, that the grass is not greener on the other side. They don't realize how hard life is until 2, 3, 4 years down the road. And then it's too late. It's too late. I just talked to an older woman not too long ago. She was about 51 or 52. And I don't even know, how the conversation came up. It was all in a group just talking. But she said that she wished that she could go back and do things different in her marriage and stay with her man. And I asked her, I was like, well, was there any infidelity? Was there any abuse? And she was like, no. And I'm like, well, why did you leave your man? What was so bad about the marriage that you left your man? Was he providing for you? Yes, he was providing for me. So he wasn't a bum. He was, did he treat you well? Yeah, he treat me well, but I wanted it all. I said, and I'm like, okay, explain that. What do you mean you wanted it all? And what she described was, women want a man to be perfect. They want a man to cater to them all day, to, how can I put this? They want a man to pretty much submit to them. And, she just talked about how she was just rebellious. She was selfish. Everything was about her. It was about how she felt. And, it was about just her. She had a selfish mindset. And she was like, I wish I could go back and just change myself, not be so selfish, not think about me, but think about our family, think about him, because he took a lot of pressure off of her. He was paying the bulk of the bills. He was helping out with the kids. He was treating her every once in a while when they could afford it. And she was just, she was mad because She felt like he didn't make her happy. And she later found out in life that, you know, you're not supposed to try to look for someone to make you happy, because marriage isn't built on happiness. It's not built on happiness. And I wish I could get the woman on the show, you know, to talk about this. And I asked her, I was like, do you speak to other women, about this topic? And she was like, nah, because if I talk to women about this topic, they'll bash me. And I'm like, what? That is crazy to me, because women don't want to hear the truth. But who can hold women accountable if y'all can't even hold each other accountable? This woman didn't even want to talk about it to other women because she was afraid that other women was going to bash her for telling them, "Hey, you need to go back to your man. If he's not cheating on you, if he's not abusing you, if he's not, verbally abusing you, if he's treating you well and he's making life easier for you." I wouldn't even say making life easier for you. If he is doing his part as a man, you need to go back to your man. And she says that she don't have any regrets in her life, but that's the one thing that she regret, is that she gave up on her marriage too soon. I believe they were married for about 4 years. And she said, I gave up on my marriage too soon. Nowadays, you have people that's only married for 1, 2, 3 years. And, the average black marriage in America only lasts 5 years. That's the average black marriage. 5 years. But she said she gave up on her marriage too fast, and she didn't give her husband room to grow, room to learn and make mistakes and grow from the mistakes. And he gave her, listen to this, he gave her the room to grow and learn and make mistakes. But because she was so selfish, because she was so self-centered, she only thought about herself. She didn't show him that same, or give him that same grace. And now she's 53. I believe she's 52 or 53, something like that. 53, we can go with that. 53 years old, and she had to raise 2 boys by herself. And she talked about just how hard it was and how she could have done so much more with a man. Now, ladies, before you go there and say, well, she must have been broke. No. This lady made more money than let's put it like this. She was in the top 10% of all women when it comes to tax brackets. Let's put it like that. Well past 6 figures. So it's not about the money. It's not about the money. It's about the everyday struggle of raising kids on your own. And she felt like that she can go out here and just get a man. She felt like, I can go out here and just find another one, another good man, like they just walking around here everywhere. They come a dime a dozen, and they don't. And this is her words. This is her words. I might even try to get this woman on the show. But it's not a whole lot of, the pool is not that deep like people think it is. And they get out here like she did, and they're like, oh my God, I'm not ready for this new dating scene. This is hard. It's hard to find somebody that loved her like her husband loved her, that put up with some of her mess. Because all of us got some mess. Like my grandma say, all of us got some shh. You know what I'm saying? All of us got some stuff with us. And she was like, I found the person that was willing to do life with me, that was willing to go through anything in life with me, that was willing to put up with my stuff, willing to put up with my attitude until I can learn and grow and be a better woman, that was doing his part as a man, taking care of majority of the bills, even though she made more money than he did. But she was selfish and she felt like she could do better. That's what it boils down to. A lot of women feel like, oh, they can do so much better than what they have right now, not knowing that what they already have is the better that they want. We just give up too quick. We give up too quick. We don't even try to fight it out. Because today we want a popcorn marriage. We want to put our marriage in a microwave, set it on 2 minutes, and bam, full bowl of popcorn, ready to go, ready to throw down. And it don't work like that. You have to grow and build the marriage that you want. You just don't get with the person and voila, we just have a good marriage because we're just two good people and you know how to love and I know how to love and you know how to treat people and I know how to treat people and you got this and I got that. It don't work like that. When you get with somebody, I don't care how good of a person you are. I don't care how good of a husband or a wife or a girlfriend or boyfriend you were in the past to somebody else. Guess what? Just because you were good to another person don't mean that good is going to be good for this person. Because what somebody else like, this person might be like, well, I don't flow like that. Well, I need something different. So you have to grow together. You have to learn each other. It's a continuous learning process to learn one another. I mean, am I speaking good or not? Y'all can let me know in the comments. Do we give up on marriage too quick? Do we give up on marriage too quick? Why do we give up on marriage too quick? So quick. But getting back to the topic, when we give up on marriage, we create co-parenting situations. And co-parenting is not healthy for our community because it doesn't build families. We are still creating single parent households. And we already know the statistics that comes with kids raised in a single parent home. We already know the disadvantages it puts our kids at. I don't care how smart the kid is. I don't care how good looking the kid is. It still puts kids at a statistical disadvantage. And some people think, well, not my baby. My baby is, everybody think their child is so special that they're going to defy the odds and they're not going to have any kind of holes or any kind of lack, or there's nothing going to be missing from them because they don't have the other parent in the household. And that is a lie from the pit of hell. I don't care how good you try to raise that child as a single parent, they're still going to be missing a lot because they didn't have both parents in the household. And that's why co-parenting is a cancer. We have settled. That's right. We have settled for co-parenting because we feel like marriage is too hard. And marriage is really, really easy. I'm not going to say easy, but it's easy in the sense that you have somebody that can help you through life. You don't have to do it by yourself. You don't have to pay all the bills by yourself. You don't have to raise the kids by yourself. You don't have to invest by yourself. You don't have to build businesses by yourself. You can build them with someone and do it faster and bigger and better. And unfortunately, we don't find that out until we're 40, 50, 60 years old, and it's too late. Because the older you get, guess what? The harder it is to marry. The harder it is to marry because we get set in our ways. We get set in our ways. we've already experienced a lot of stuff in life. So when you meet somebody, you can't even, it's not a whole lot to experience because you didn't experience a lot because you're older now. You didn't live life. So it's no excitement anymore. Co-parenting is a cancer. And we have to stop this in the black community. We are making it seem like it's such a positive thing. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm all for having healthy co-parenting relationships for marriages that fail because of legitimate reasons. Legitimate reasons. Infidelity, abuse, things like that. But when somebody says, we just can't communicate. Well, there's resources for that to help you communicate. There's books, there's counseling, there's you can go on YouTube right now and look up videos on how to communicate with your husband or wife. There's podcasts, there's YouTube shows. I mean, there's so many things out there. There's therapy, there's counseling. You can go see your pastor. But we have to want family. We have to want family. And I don't think we want family. We want selfishness. We want everything to be about us. And, the Bible talks about, the days where men will be lovers of themselves. And I believe we are in those days. Now, I'm not trying to say that the world is coming to an end or anything, but we are in those days where people just love themselves too much. They don't think about nobody else. They don't think about the kids and what they will be missing and lacking. They think about themselves. It's all built on selfishness. And you have women that would rather, and I know it feels like I'm picking on the women, but in the black community, we have a 60% divorce rate. So 6 out of 10 marriages will fail. And out of those, that 60% divorce rate, 80 to 90% of those divorces are filed by women. Ladies, stay with your man. Why are you so pressed to get out there and do this by yourself? Being a single mother and doing it that's not a badge of honor. Being a single mother is not a badge of honor. You have, as a matter of fact, people look at you like you're crazy. Like, man, you had an actual good man, a man with morals and values and a hardworking man, a man that took care of his responsibilities, a man that loves his family, do anything for his family, and you gave that away because of communication. Oh, he didn't make me happy enough. Women look at you like you're crazy. You are blessed that you even got a husband, because 1 in 4 women will marry. So every 4 women that you see, only 1 of them will get married in their lifetime. It's not enough men to go around. Women outnumber men just by the numbers. It's over 2 million more black women than black men. That means 2 million women will not even have a chance to get a husband. And here you are, you got a husband. You won, sis. You won. And you just give up on it because it's not this fairy tale Disney fantasy that you were sold, that the man is supposed to cater to you, make you happy, supply all your needs. You're supposed to do this and do that. And stay with your man. Stop listening to your single girlfriends. Single women keep women single. I'm going to say that one more time. Single women keep women single. I want y'all to do something. Women, ladies, I want y'all to do something, right? If you're single, go to your girlfriends and tell them, I got a man, and I'm not gonna be able to hang out with you guys um, for a minute and see how happy they are for you. Just see their reaction. That will let you know if you have healthy friends in your circle. I'm telling you, give it a try. That'll let you know if you have healthy friends in your circle or if you have women that just want to keep you single for their benefit. They want to have somebody to turn up with on the weekends and drink with and travel with. They want to keep you single so they can have some company. Try it. I'm telling you, try it. Go and tell them, girls, look, I done met Tyrone, and he is a good man, girl. Oh my God. He's so nice. He got this going on for himself. He doing this. Oh man, I haven't met someone like this in a long time. He is so refreshing. And I just wanna focus on this because I think this could be the one. Just set it up like that. Set it up. And just let them know, I, I love you all, but I can't hang out with you all this weekend or next weekend or the weekend after that. And just see their response. You'd be surprised because single women keep women single. Look, we're going to continue this co-parenting. We're going to be on this for a while. And we're going to be talking about a lot of topics that coincide with co-parenting. Because we have to get away from settling. We have to get away from accepting co-parenting because it does not build healthy families. It does not build the Black community. You got so many people walking around here. Yeah, Black Lives Matter. Yeah, support Black business. How do you do that? You build Black families. And you don't do that by accepting and settling for co-parenting. Yeah, I said it. I said it. If you are so pro-Black, if you are all about the Black community and you know um generational wealth and all this stuff, you start with building the Black family. I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna be straight up. Get off yourself. Stop being selfish. It's not about you. That's one thing I had to realize in life, that life is not about Damien. It's not about me. It's about legacy. It's about leaving a mark. It's about building. And you can't build anything away from each other. What are you building? And that's why, us as Black people, as a community, we're really at the bottom right now. We're at the bottom. The numbers prove it, the numbers show it. And that's why other races are coming into America and they are replacing us as the minority. Because they come over here together. They come over here in families. The area that I work in is heavily populated by and forgive my ignorance, but the Hispanic community and the Indonesian community, people from like Bangladesh and India and stuff like that, you never see them away from each other. I lie to you not. I have yet to see a Hispanic woman or a woman from like India, any other country. When they come over here, I've yet to see them without a husband. Just walking around single by themselves, thinking that they can do life by themselves. When they come over here and they take over because they do it together as a unit. and they end up attaining more than we have, and we've been over here our whole lives. And don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, build the wall and keep people out. No, I love the melting pot that America is. I love it. Absolutely love it. It's needed, it's necessary. But I want to make sure that my community can survive in all of this, that my community can thrive in all of this. I love all people. I have friends that are from all different backgrounds and races. And this is why I talk about this stuff, because I learned it from them, really. I really learned it from them. They tell me, we have these conversations all the time. D, y'all got to do it together. It's not easy. Stop looking for marriage to be easy. And you have people to say, well, this ain't meant to be because it's not easy. What? What if Jesus would have said, I'm not going to die on the cross because this is not easy. Destiny is not easy. Anything good, anything that's worth it is not going to be easy. It takes work. And it takes work and commitment from both sides. It takes a willing spirit. You got to be willing to learn, willing to love, willing to trust, willing to understand, willing to start over at times in your marriage. Because sometimes you get to the point where there is some damage that has been done, but you got to hit the reset button. Because you are one of the few that has been chosen to be married. You've been chosen to be married. You won. Game over. Knockout. You won. Make it work. Make it work. I used to think that statement was just, why do you got to make something work? If you got to make it work, it's not meant to be. No, that's not how it works. Yeah, you got to make it work. It ain't gonna just work itself out on its own. Life don't work like that. You have to speak those things as not as though they were. You have to, the Bible says faith without works is dead. You can want it. You can dream about it. You can fantasize about this immaculate marriage. But if you don't put no work behind it, you'll never obtain it. I don't care who you date, who you marry. You will never obtain it if you don't put in the work. And that's the problem with us. We don't want to put in the work. We want it to come easy. We want to wake up and it's just everything just clicking. Everything just perfect. It don't work like that. So leave your comments in the comment section. Do you think co-parenting is a cancer? Do you think it's a benefit to our community? What are your thoughts on, people giving up on marriage too soon? Do you feel like that's a trend in our community? Because I do. Look, this has been a great show. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to be back this week, and we're going to continue this conversation because I want to break down the different types of co-parenting and kind of let you guys know, give you some insight on what I've been studying and bring some things to your attention. All right. Look, share this video with 10 people, like it, comment, and subscribe. We are out. Peace. I love y'all. Peace.